right away. That shouldn't be the case. That's what strained the social system in the United States. So many foreigners taking advantage of of all the benefits for being an American citizen.
Yeah. Now they want to amend that constitution. So.
Yeah, it should be approved.
Okay. But what about the explanation from our title, the Philippines for sale? So what would the Philippine government get, or what are the benefits the government can get on a Philippine for sale policy?
It would improve the economy because if they allow foreigners to buy properties in the Philippines, so many foreigners would see the Philippines as their investment for a resort or what other businesses, manufacturing and everything. But the important thing is to have a good tax system. That's why in America, that's why they're very open to foreigners, because in reality, nobody really owns the property for a long time, because if you miss on the property tax every year, then you have a penalty, and that penalty keeps accruing interest until in many cases they couldn't pay the total, and then the property is foreclosed.
By the government.
Yeah, so having a tax is just psychological, but to really keep on and hold on to that property is a very difficult thing.
Joel, is it that true in America? Do you have a property there in Chicago? And what about the realty tax that you're paying in the government?
The realty, I'm sorry, what did you say now? The
realty tax, the taxes from your real property, from your properties. Is there a big tax for them?
It's a big tax. Well, it depends on the state. State to states, they have a different property tax states to states. Here in Chicago, we have property tax. I forget I think it's 21%.
Yeah,
That's big. That's big.
Yeah, it's 21%, I think. I'm not sure how much the property tax that we're paying here. And we have our own home here in Chicago, and it's necessary for for us to have a property. It's an advantage for us because the government will give us a tax break when we pay the tax. You have a tax refund coming every year. So that's why it's an advantage. Another advantage to have a home is that when you buy your home, it's your property. Whereas if you are renting an apartment, you are paying your rent every month, but it's not yours. So that's a disadvantage of renting a home, renting an apartment.
Okay, Joel, thank you very much for your participation, and maybe you have something to say more?
Like this, having another thing too, that in America, when you have a job, they will automatically remove a tax from you. I don't know what's the situation in the Philippines, if that's the same situation. And also the money that the tax, I mean, when you're paying the taxes in America, there is what you call social welfare, if you need a social welfare in America. So that's
okay.
another advantage of it.
Okay. So, if you were here, you were going to support the Philippines for sale idea so that foreigners will own a property here in the Philippines, and at the same time,
Exactly.
they will pay much more higher taxes from their properties.
Yeah, exactly. I support it.
Okay.
The Loveland City.
Okay.
Hey,
Joel!
can I greet someone?
Of course! Of course!
Yeah, I have a cousin who lives in San Andres, Bukid. His name is
Manila.
Pancho Imuslan. And also my friend in Michigan is
Andres,
Andres
yeah.
Bakuli. Is in Michigan. And my lovely wife, Mercedes
Uh-huh.
Balbis. I'm greeting my wife, of course. She's here in Chicago, but I just want her to know that I'm greeting her on the radio.
Okay. Joel, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, that is Joel Belbis from Chicago, Illinois. Okay. So back here in our program, so we have another caller. We have to call it Mr. Tony Labas. Sir Tony, magandang gabi sa'yo. Sir Tony? Oh! Sir Tony? Sir Tony? Oh. Sir Tony? Sir Tony? Okay, nawawala Tony, ano? So, nakatulog. Okay, so
Take another caller now para
Yes,
to attend the
yes. Okay. We'll be back to Sir Tony, ano? Okay. The another caller is, si Engineer June Mandap. Engineer, magandang gabi sa'yo.
Hello,
Yes.
good evening, Zaldy.
Good evening po.
Hello.
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 Okay.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening for both of you guys.
Yeah?
Good evening, sir, Engineer June.
Okay, in your program. I think, Zaldy, the way I understand in the press con last night, I think not the government who is proposing a
Charter change?
constitutional change.
Yeah.
But the MILF, a certain provision to change.
Yeah, but the government is open to that proposal.
Yes, they are willing to kaya they form a commission.
Yes.
Doon sa bagay na yun.
Yes.
Pero sa akin, I think it's not only the constitution, it's not only the constitution, but the entire system, I think. Specifically on a legislative area, For example, you should practice or what do you call this, a unicameral
System.
chamber. Not like this one, kasi sa ngayon talagang ineffective na para sa our country is concerned, lalo-lalo na yan, sabi nga ni in the area like Mindanao, you should bear arm, I think not only you should bear arm, siguro pati explosive you should in that area, Yun sa akin siguro, yun ang the most effective. I think you have to change the entire system.
Okay.
Thank you.
At least, okay, thank you very much, Engineer Joe Manda. At least the government is open to a proposal to change the constitution. It is a first step that can be later on improved.
Oh yeah. There's always room for improvement, because the times are changing and situations keep changing, so you have to keep up with the times.
Yes, and of course, as long as the time get worse every day, so we must address this worsening scenario here in our country, especially our government systems, just like what Engineer Jun Mandap had said, that it must our system now is very ineffective to address the problems of the people. Okay,
Yeah,
Mr.
It's been
Yeah.
ineffective for a very long time, and so many people have to suffer just because it couldn't be corrected in time.
Okay, but I don't know if Sir Bong here have another idea, or he's joining us in our saying that there must be a charter change.